Welcome back to Endless Space 2 with me, JC Proton. Playing Endless Space 2, endless difficulty on an ovoid empire, or ovoid galaxy. And it is early in the morning. Alright, so, yeah, custom Horatio race, and let's see, we're at turn 54. Starting off here, we have Lumeris to the south, United Empire to the east, and apparently Vultures to the north. Yeah, Vultures are up here, they're yellow. So, let's see here. So, Vultures are score 229. We're at 306 for comparison, and Cravers are 338. So we're actually up to second place on score. So we really climbed the ranks from last place up to second from first now. Cool that we don't have Cravers immediately adjacent to us, because Cravers are always pretty tough. So fortunately, we lucked out this time. Don't have to deal with them directly early in the game anyway. Okay, so thinking about victory conditions, um, basically Wonder takes a long time, and with scarce resources, I think that's probably not going to happen. Score, I don't think we're going to get to turn 600, so it's probably not that. Supremacy, capture the home world of all of the factions. Mm, taking that home system, that's another one that's going to be pretty tough on a galaxy this size. So I think it comes down to either an economic victory, a science victory, or a conquest victory. Um, Conquest is going to be a bit tricky because all three of these constellations are populated. So, in order to get to the 40 systems needed, um, I would basically need to carve that out of the enemies around me. Um, yeah, so I'll have to think about that. I think in considering which one of these victory conditions I want to pursue, I mean, I could just turtle up and try to go economic or science. Those are kind of boring to do though, or to watch. I think I think the correct answer of which of those to choose is yes. I think I'm going to do all three. I'm going to go for and just kind of see which one happens first. I'll continue to try to expand. And sometimes an economic victory kind of happens accidentally as you're going along. And I'll just continue researching the science as I play, and we'll see whether I get to an economic science or conquest victory first. I think we'll just go for it, man. So I think we'll all just kind of find out together which way it's gonna go. So let's see where we're at here. I know I've got some. I'm planning on building some. I'm building some scout ships here. Let's see, I believe that revealer. I think I wanted to send him over here. Send him out on the south side of this constellation. I am a big fan of multiple exploration scout type ships because I tend to not arm them, which means they run into pirates and hostile neighbors and whatnot, and they just end up getting killed sometimes. So yeah, go with more than one in each direction. I like to go. So the galaxy layout is generally the five constellations along this center line here, 4 constellations across the top and 4 constellations across the bottom. So I kind of like to go with like about a couple of scouts for each of those lines. One that kind of ran on the northern side of those constellations and one towards the south. And between the two, they tend to cover the middle. So anyway, that gives you some duplication as well for when you lose them once in a while. Some redundancy. So yeah, that's kind of my plan. I'll keep cranking out scout ships occasionally. So my home world here. Let's see, build queue is, we recently got slag and sludge, so our resource production's picking up. It was only plus 2.5 only a few turns ago on titanium, which is our first upgrade for system upgrades, so that's looking good. Looking good and gonna get better. Okay. I must not have advanced the turn or something. Okay, so we'll boost them up. That'll give us 80 approval. And then, so you get 20 approval per boost over time after it's run its course. And then for each curiosity, nice 4-planet system there. Monsoon, desert, cool. Yeah, that's a pretty good system. Yeah, so 20 approval per boost and 10 for curiosities it revealed for them. So this would get me to 90 approval with the Mavros, assuming that it actually, so it rounds up. So here you see plus 5, but it really comes out to curiosity revealed will be actually 10 points over 20 turns. That's why you see plus 4.5. And praise is plus 1 for each of the 20 turns. So that will get me to 90 approval on my diplomatic relations with them, assuming that Zoltan here with the United Empire does not assimilate them first, which will probably happen. I probably won't get them, but you have to try, right? You give it a shot, and then whatever happens, happens. Plus 2 vision radius, okay. Red Sang. Looked at that. Calgeros on AD. Okay, it's 1 Calgeros. So I'm going to go ahead and I've got 2 ticking on. My sowers are at 3, and I'm going to have another one in 2 turns. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the splicing now. I usually wait until population is becoming a problem. It's not really a problem yet, but we're about to start blowing through some population. That's a lot of food. That's going to be 1 population every other turn, because 600 food gives you 1 population on endless difficulty. I'm going to crank out some outpost ships. Those 3 outposts are going to be headed one of them here, maybe one of them here. I think I am going to put 1 here though. Here next to their homeworld, that's a lot of influence usually. So I could suffer a lot of influence pressure from this one. These ones are newer systems. They're not going to be as much influence pressure, but the home system, that's going to tend to have a lot of influence, and I don't know if I want to face that much pressure. 13 and 10, 23 influence. We'll see. So one outpost here, one outpost here, one outpost here, and these ones, especially this one, just because I need a source of antimatter, and I need a source of adamantium. This might link down here somewhere along here. Could be either one of these systems down here. Maybe this one linking like that. I know actually this one does connect to Wardan. I remember that from the election map. The election maps, you get a peek at the wormholes in the galaxy. Okay. Super Horatio boost has come to an end. Okay. Well, let's do the trick and see where we're at. So the trick is to reduce the cost of boosting your population. You put some of them, oh yeah, let's go ahead and splice Tickanon. And then in a couple of turns, we'll splice the sowers when we get a fourth one of those, and that'll thin down how many races we have within our empire. Okay, so the trick is to reduce this. Right now, this is 22 population, and it means 22 Eden incense to boost. A couple things I can do to reduce that. The trick is if you lift them temporarily off of your planet and put them in a spaceport, now instead of 22, I'm looking at 19. So if I do that on all of my systems that have a spaceport, that adds up. Because the game is only counting the number of populations that you have on your systems at that time. So now I've gone from 22 to 11. I could also pass a law called Cool Copies. Reduces by 25%. What is it? Yeah, 25% reduction in luxury costs for increasing population growth rate. So that would reduce it from 11, right, down to a little under 9, right? 8 and 3/4 or something, 8 and a quarter, whatever. So about 9. It'll be a little bit less than 9. So that would save me literally a couple points. Not sure if it's really worth it. Let's see what it will cost to get 9 Eden incense. Okay, I can afford that. So I guess we'll do that. I don't really need that much income. I guess I can skip it for a turn. And I don't have any outposts right now, so I don't really need to be running that, and I'm not going to be getting any new systems right now. So okay, so let's go ahead and boost. See, now it's only 8. Cool. So now we're boosted for another 20 turns, no depletion. Yeah, and then once we assimilate sowers, or once we splice them in a couple of turns, that'll further reduce my depletion, and we'll actually be reversing depletion on our systems while we're boosted. So that'll be pretty cool. Okay, ticking on. So we have one. That's all we have on that system is one. Okay. Oh, that's right, because the pirates were there. And they intercepted and killed. Yeah, these pirates are going to need to be dealt with soon. Yeah, I really want to get I really want to get a fleet done soon. How long would it take to build a fleet? Let's look, just for funsies. It'll take about 10 turns to crank one out. But really, all I'd have to have is a decoy. Probably 3 frigates would be sufficient. Probably doing 7. Well, we'll see. We'll get these outpost ships out there and then get this food built to support those outposts. And then we'll see where we're at on approval, and we'll build the big data shipyards to improve the experience of the starting fleets so that they do more damage and take more damage, or take less damage, I guess, have more hit points, better defenses, etc. Okay, revealer. Alright. And we're quickly moving towards evaporation inhibitors. Excuse me. Evaporation inhibitors are really a good tech. You get the level 3 curiosities that you can explore. You get the first type of terraforming, which allows you to take from sterile to something that's not sterile anymore. And then you also get desert. So sterile to not sterile is basically lava is sterile, desert is sterile. You see here. The same thing applies with sorry, toxic, sterile, and ice and Arctic are also sterile. So you're able to improve those planet types into something that's better. It's less bad, right? Less hostile of an environment. Same thing with ash are also considered sterile. So you can get them, the hot ones, you can basically get up to arid, or you can get them into monsoons, things like that. So it's a much better environment. That was hostile dudes, that's for sure. Do I bother sending probes out down here, or do I just go for it? I kind of doubt that I'm going to see anything to send a probe out that way. That's okay. Interesting. Let's see, what are the speed of these pirates? They're only 4. It's funny to see how different the pirates have different speeds based on the empires around them. So these pirates, right, their speed is 4. And you go down here. I think I remember seeing these pirates were speed 5. We'll get a look at it again when this guy comes down here. And around me, my pirates are speed like 8. Oh no, those ones are 4. I thought they were like speed 8. Okay, so why are these ones 7? Right? I mean, it's like, okay, these ones have a speed of 4. They're 4. And these guys are 7. What's that about? I don't know, dude. Not sure what that's about. Okay, so I think we're about done for the turn. Yeah. He's done moving. Okay, cool. And we'll have to remember to cancel this law next turn, or else there's no reason to leave it running. And it's burning a lot of influence. To maintain 16. So yeah, we don't want to maintain that. We'll just click the turn. And we're going to just immediately change that law. Before I forget. Because I am prone to do that. And I guess we'll go back to Super Tax Act. I would rather pass Brains for Bucks, because I have plenty of cash. Lose 20% of your cash and gain 20% of your science. But you have to be established for that. Your primary political party needs to be established, and apparently we're not yet. So next election, we'll probably be able to do that. So since I can't do Brains for Bucks, I'll do Super Tax Act for now. Because my options are limited to just these right now. So we'll do Super Tax Act for as long as we have this high approval. And that's temporary because of the new colony rule. So I'm only going to run that for 4 turns. So get some extra cash for a little bit. Oh, and I forgot to put these back. That's one of the downsides of the trick. You have to remember to don't leave them in the in the spaceports like I just did. Don't leave them in the spaceport like I just did, because you lose that production the whole turn. It's early. I'm not really super totally awake yet. That's okay. And then double check, just run through them real quick. You can use your arrow keys to cycle through all your systems. Okay. For 10 turns, keep AC-21 system clear of enemy ships. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. It will just randomly happen or not. Interestingly, on that quest, it seems like keeping them, in air quotes, keeping them clear of your system actually means if they don't if they're not in the system when the turn advances. So they can pass through the system and it's fine. I don't think it counts against you. It's just if they camp out in the system when you advance the turn, then I think it counts against you and you fail, and that makes you fail the quest. Kind of a weird quest. Yeah, pretty much I just kind of let it go, and if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. It's not like a huge reward anyway. Slag and sludge, baby. Look at those. Whew. Nice. Look at that. And now it's 6.7%. Man, that's great. That is great. 20 might be enough. So close. So close. What does it cost to buy one? Strategic. 157. Well, you know, as you're making the dust, go ahead and use it. There we go. There we go. So, finally, AB had been passed over all those times. I was always looking at how much industry was being produced out of the systems, and I was like, oh no, this one needs it first. This one needs it first. So all these guys always needed it first. So I never got around to building it there until now. He's the last one. Even though he was my first expansion, my first outpost I established, he's the last one to get an upgrade. Kind of a raw deal for him, but that was the needs of the Empire. Okay, everybody's just cruising along. Yeah, those scout ships are really fast. I really like that engine type. I use it a lot. The those scavenged ram scoops, love them. I use them on my outpost ships. I use them on my military ships. So, after evaporation inhibitors, yeah, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get upgraded military. Because it's going to be at least 7 turns before I get to where I'm going to be producing military anyway. Because I want to get these done first. So we're looking at probably 11 turns. So if I'm going to build the military ships, I might as well have them be stronger. And avoid those upgrade costs or, you know, whatever. So, okay, let's look at our... That's going to be fun. Alright, doesn't look like we're going to... So at this distance seems to be about where they are, and you can see there aren't any. You can see this is the border of where I've explored. So it doesn't look like there are any other systems out here for me to look at. So I'm going to make this suicide run past these pirates again. Try to make it over to this system. Hold your breath, crossing fingers, and let's see if we make it without getting attacked. If we get attacked, we're dead. Yep. When blazing past them, yeah. When you get attacked and you retreat, whenever you retreat, you lose 60% of your hit points. So I have less than half my hit points left. Can't be losing another 60% on a retreat. Now you do get back, in this case, 3% while you're out in open space per turn. You get 3% per turn, but what's that, like 7 turns before you get back another 21% to where you've recovered that, to where you can retreat one more time. Okay. So those pirates, There's a lot of pirates around here. I kind of would like to send probes out here from here, but a lot of pirate activity there, so I want to try to not get attacked by pirates. I guess I'll go down here. See if I can take a look at that curiosity. Uh-huh. So there's a nice safe place to go to and send probes out. Yeah. Just kind of throw probes all out here and kind of see what's out there. Cool. Let's take a look at this system here. Ash, arid, and gas. Let's see. We have how much movement left? 4. So we have enough we can escape if this turns out to be a pirate. Atmospheric. There's a good chance that could be a pirate. So the plan will be I think what I'll do is I'll just take my chances here. I'll reveal this and then head this way. If it's a pirate, knowing that it'll kill me, but at least I'll get this next exploration done over here too. Next turn. It's ruins. Okay, ruins 2. Ooh, that could be good. Ruins 2. That's one of my favorite techs. I always forget the name of it, but it basically allows you to convert some of your defense manpower on your systems into industry. It's a really good tech, so it's worth getting this ship damaged or even destroyed to me to explore that. So here we go, ready to run if we need to. Okay, and since I already have this this other ship over here coming out here, he could go down here. So yeah, let's take that chance. Sim Camp. That's what the tech is called. Sim Camp. Sim Camp gives you, yeah. So if you build all of the defensive structures, like you have 200 defense automatically on your system, so that would be plus 20 industry when you build the Sim Camp. And then this one gives you an extra 150 manpower capacity for your defense of your system, so that's another 15 industry. And then this one gives you 250, so that's another 25 industry. And then this one gives you 250 capacity, so that's another plus 25. So I think altogether it's something like plus 85 industry, which ain't nothing, right? I mean, that's a nice little chunk of industry. And then there's one of these over here. This one, I guess, adds another 20. I don't normally use it. Don't usually do it because I want my, instead of food going to manpower, I want my food going to industry with the super biofuel factory if I get to that point in the game. I guess I could build these, and then if I get super biofuel factories, I could scrap them. I mean, it is a long time between tier 3 and tier 5 in the game. So, and at that point, the extra 20 industry will no longer be relevant. It might be relevant early. at this point in the game, but 20 industry won't probably be relevant at this point, and the biofuel factory will be a bigger win. So maybe I'll do that if I get SimCamp. We'll see. Okay, and this is the best one of all of them is checking to see where we're at on this. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to go parallel to a star lane because that lets you catch outlying systems like this, and those are really good places to set up and scout from if you know that the constellation is already inhabited or claimed or whatever, especially if the people that are there are hostile. So I'm going to send one over there, and this was where I was able to explore before. So I like to go with enough space here that you can't have a system hiding in there. That way I'm confident that that there's nobody hiding in there. Okay, so that I will have revealed all those systems. So now I'm just going to split it out equally, or fairly equally. Just get a nice spread. This is giving me a pretty good look at this constellation, man. Looking forward to seeing what we see here. But I think I'm going to focus at the turn change. I'm going to go to, let's see, did I change this law? I did. Okay, just made sure, making sure I don't forget. Okay, let's see what happens over here with the turn change. Worst case scenario, this guy comes over here and sets up a blockade, which means this guy's going to get attacked. Hopefully they'll come here and then keep going, and this won't be blockaded. So we're about to find out. Fingers crossed they don't stop and blockade. Okay, pirates. Keep on going. Keep on going. Don't stop. Journey's in my head right now. Don't stop. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Come on, guys. You wanna go somewhere else. Don't just stay there. Okay, we're gonna give them some time. Yeah. Let's look at what else we got going on. Okay, A did. Wait, I thought. Okay, he just made super Horatios. I thought he was supposed to make a I've noticed that as a bug, I think. Sometimes it'll say it's going to create one thing and then it actually grows something else. So next turn, I don't know why we added population on AA that was a super Horatio, because the way I remember it is it was supposed to be a sower. But we'll see what happens. If next turn, clearly next turn it's supposed to be a sower. I guess maybe it switched because I put a boost. That might be what happened, because I boosted the super Horatios. That increases the chance that that's the population that will come up. So maybe that's what happened. Ooh, Heroshims. Yeah, let's boost them. Transwine, yeah, one of those. Yeah, so that might be what happened there. But as soon as I get another sower, I'm going to splice them. And because we're boosted, Right now, we're already at no depletion, so when we splice the sowers, then we'll get reverse depletion. At least while our main race is boosted. Okay, ooh, AC is just about full. What do we got going on over here to deal with that? Okay, we're about to expand to this toxic world. So we're starting to run into some population issues here. Maybe he can start shipping population out. So he's got 2, 6, 10, 7 population, 3, 4. Right now it's really risky to ship population around places because these pirates like to kill them. There's a lot of work building population, growing them. Okay, fast outpost ships. Okay. See, it defaults to the hangar. If you click on the fleet, then you can do it. So it would be 4 turns, or really 3, because you get full movement this turn. So I could do fleet there, 3 to there. That's pretty quick. 3 to there, 4 to there. 7 to there. 8 to there. But that would be a kick in the pants, right? If I start my invasion of them with their homeworld, just take them out. And then this is a really sweet system, right? Look at that. You got titanium and hyperium plus 2 dark glitter. And it's a 4-planet system. So that is pretty sweet. That is pretty sweet system. It's 3 pops, that's 9. So this was their starting system. This is probably the second system, the first system that they expanded to. This is 2, this is 2, 1, 5. Oh, it might have been this one. Might have been this one. Although that might have been like whatever their minor population is. If I came down here and then invaded, if I invaded them and these were the first 2 or 3 systems I took, that would be pretty strong. That would pretty much break their back at that point. I'd have their best systems. They'd never recover from that. So that would be a nice step towards a conquest victory, actually. That would be good. And in doing something like that, I think I probably do not want to do this tech very early. Autonomous materials gives you the ability to travel through wormholes. In this scenario, I don't want to know where the wormholes are because then my ships won't use them. If I'm shipping food down here and there's wormholes coming down here or something, the food is going to come down and then across here and maybe get destroyed, versus I'd rather have it just go across deep space. So it actually gets there eventually. It'll take a long time, but it'll get there. And it's not like you get to choose the route that your food ships take. They just do it automatically. You don't get to control that. So that's kind of a little... that's a thing I wish they had made controllable in the game. That would have been nice. If you could set the food ship routes, that would have been a nice little bit of micromanaging that I'm willing to do. At least to have it be an option. But alas, that was not implemented. Okay, so sometimes you get into a situation where it's hard to click the ship. It like doesn't let you go, even though you've selected it, right? It still doesn't allow you to do that. So then what you do, you just click one of your other ships and then click back, and it lets you do it. Again, another bug in the game. As far as I can tell, never got fixed. Not really a big deal though, so I could see why it wasn't a big priority. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do that thing. We're gonna do that thing where it's in their face, colonizing right next to their home system, right off their home constellation. Just, just really not gonna make them happy. And I guess I'm okay with that. They're just gonna have to deal with it. I'm gonna do those two down there first, then the ones up here. And if I go too negative up here, I can supply food from here, which is closer, and that doesn't have to go through the pirates temporarily for a few turns, and they're close, so the food will get delivered fast, and then we'll go back once the food shipments have been sent to these two systems from my home system. Then those are going to be in a long waiting period before the food gets there. So, not really a big deal. I might wait until my food production is higher though. 10 turns, 8 turns. Yeah, that's probably a better choice. I want it where after the 3 food ships have arrived, they'll be guaranteed to have established a colony. So I think I'll do this first, actually. I'll do this one and this one. The risk I run, though, in doing that is that if I go that early, this may get an outpost, and then I don't get it. That's kind of like the haymaker. It's like it's definitely a reach to try to get these. You gotta try. I'm gonna go for it. Gonna go for it. I'll figure it out. Gonna go for it on the aggression, man. Okay, so in going here, I'm gonna get attacked. So I'm going to click, move all fleets, and then I'm going to spam this button so that I'll probably be able to explore this, and then these guys are going to attack me. And then I'm going to have to retreat. So here goes. Yeah, and I wasn't able to run away before they attacked me. 10 XP. Okay, that turned out to be basically worthless. And I'm going to retreat, and so you're going to see him lose 60% of his hit points. Okay, it is what it is. Not the end of the world. Oh, and they're coming after me too. You big jerks. Let's see. So that was going in that direction. So next turn, so these guys are going that way, and these guys are coming this way, so what I'm going to do is next turn, when I hit end turn, I'm going to spam this move all fleets to try to get over here, away from these guys before they land and attack me a second time and wipe me out. They only move 4, so they won't be able to get back here in time, and they're not making any new fleets because he's already maxed out. Yeah, that's me losing that fight. Okay. Well, I do kind of want to just kind of fill in this gap. The the completionist in me does that kind of thing. Let's see, so if that was going there, then that would be the meeting point. And this would be this meeting point. That'll be a nice complete coverage over here. I like to send probes out in a direction that I'm not going. So these probes are going this way, I'm going over this way. So I ran past those guys. Fortunately, they don't blockade, apparently. Okay, these guys are speed 4. Okay. So now the plan for this scout is to just go cruising down along here, sending out probes, looking for outlying systems, and just start trucking along eastward, northeastward across this galaxy as far as he's going to be able to go. Just kind of scouting things out, man. Okay, so yeah, we're going to advance the turn and spam the move all fleets button. Or actually, you know what? We'll advance the turn and we're just going to move this one fleet. Everybody else, I think, is in a pretty good spot. That seems like a pretty good angle. So one thing to know is the computer AI seems to sort of already know where to send their probes. So whenever you see them sending their scout ships sending out probes, it's a great idea to send your probes in the exact same direction, because it's a very good chance that if there is a system that's going to be visible, they're going to spot it. So you just would stack yours right on top. Obviously mine didn't go right on top, but they're on either side of it, so it's pretty good. Good chance that if there's something out there to be seen, those probes are going to reveal it. yeah, since he's going that way, I don't really have to sweat it. Let's go over here, see what we're gonna see. This guy's in route up here. See, we're at 3 probes. 6 movement. I guess we could just chance it. Yeah, I guess so. I'm kind of wanting to explore this side for a couple of reasons. One, pirates are over here already, and I threw probes over there. 2 is this is closer to my system. So if I'm going to be doing any shenanigans and tomfoolery like I'm doing over here, or attempting to do over here, I want to do it on this side that's closer, so I can try to get population, ships, whatever, support there. So that's definitely the reason for that. I'll just go ahead and move all my ships. I don't think there's anything too important happening. That one's already moved. This one moved here. I have 9 movement left. Okay, so I could send one here. Or I could do the same thing from here. Yeah, I think I'll just do it from over here. Those guys are movement speed 4. I wonder if, I bet you this recording has gone really long. I didn't really pay attention. Subterranean, yeah. Okay, it's a dark glitter. Ooh. Looky, looky, he's got a fleet with a hero. Okay, a seeker. Seeker ships, they tend to make their fleets faster, I think. Okay, so shuttle. Okay, so I'm guessing that was their minor civilization, which is why they have 5 population. Because there was probably already 2 or 3 population there of whatever that minor is, Hadar. And this was probably actually their first outpost. And then everything else is, see, that one has 3, that one's 1, 2. Okay. Yeah, we'll go cruising out here, and then we'll do a spray of probes, and then continue on our way. There's the sowers. Yay! Finally, 4 of them. Okay, let's do this thing. Partially depleted and will be regenerated in 48 turns, but the sowers are going away. But their sacrifice is worthy, a worthy cause, because it'll make us even more perfect, right? And you'll see right now I'm going to go from -0. When I splice these guys, it'll be even better. -0, -0.5. So now we're undepleting. We're repleting. 57. So we'll go ahead and move these guys over here. So yeah, our population alone are going to replenish. Oh yeah, can't be forgetting to launch that fast outpost. So we will be reversing depletion on our systems with our main population, at least for now, while we're boosted. That'll come in handy if and when we ever come across Craver systems that are depleted or partially depleted. Yeah, that'll come in handy if we can get enough resources to boost again. If I can get this, be the first to explore 50% of the galaxy, I'll get 75 Eden incense, so that'll go a long way for boosting. So we're at 24% of the 50% of the galaxy explored, and I'm rank 1. I have explored more of the galaxy than anybody else at this point. So I'm cranking out those outpost ships and cranking out those exploration ships. Alright, so this one is going down to there. I'm going for it, man. I'm trying to hit the home run, right? Being the super jerk. Oh, where are you going? You're going. Doesn't look like. I don't think he's going there. The angle isn't quite right. I think he's going like up here. Okay, what are you? Are you exploration? Are you colonization? What are you? Exploration ship. Okay. I wonder if that's a Starling. That angle would suggest one of these systems. Interesting. I wonder if there's a Starling. Yeah, a wormhole. Probably. Okay. So I'm gonna continue on with my jerk mode moves here and try to grab that system. And then the next two we'll grab here. Okay, that's fine. Cool. So now, every successive splice increases the cost by 2. So the first splice costs 2 populations. The second splice is 4. The third splice will be 6. The fourth will be 8, and so on. So I'm going to be raising the number of Harishams and Calgaros that I have, and then splicing them. Harishams look like they'll probably be first. We'll see. That'll give me +3 extra food when I splice them. So yeah, that's great. Calgaros, even better. +3 approval per population when you splice those bad boys. That's going to be fantastic. That will definitely help with approval situations. And new colony rule, 2 turns left. So I'll leave this Super Tax Act rule in effect for now. 2 more turns. Fast outpost. Slag and sludge. Cool. So we are cranking out these resources. 6.7 per turn. 1.7 Hyperium. 10.2 blue cap. I am blowing the doors off with that blue cap production. Okay, tell you what we're going to do. I think this recording's probably been crazy long, so I'm just going to go ahead and end the turn here. I think we're in a good place. I think we're safe on our ships everywhere. Seems like we're okay. Nobody's getting attacked anywhere. So a good time to end the turn and end the recording. Okay. Cool. We got another outpost ship coming out. We'll send them down here. Ooh, here we go. These guys are moving. Stirring up trouble. Yeah. After we get done cranking out these outpost ships, we're going to boost up our food production to support all those new outposts. And then we're going to make some military. We're going to make some military, and we're going to deal. We're going to deal with these pirates. That's what's coming. Okay, so thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. And yeah, we'll see what happens next time.